What's the crack? I am committed to getting the video up because things have just been absolutely mental here at the gym. I'm going to use this video to give you a little bit of update as to what is going on, how life has been. You're seeing a brand new space here. I don't know if you've seen this in the vlog before, but I'm going to give you an update on my situation. You've been hearing a lot about how the gym is going on. At the moment, I am about 5 weeks out from championship. I'm just going to do a little bit of rehab whilst we're chatting. I'm about 5 weeks out from championship, and I have not trained in about a month, definitely a month, maybe even close to 6 weeks, because my back has just been really bad. So I had my MRI done a few weeks ago, and during the MRI, the results of the MRI was not what I feared most, but one of my fears, which was a disc issue. Way back at the start of the year when I first picked up this injury, disc issue was kind of, the main issue that I thought it would be, but I wanted to just put that in the back of my mind because I knew if it was a disc issue, this is something that could really just affect me long term, and it's 6 months down the line and it's still affecting me. So I suppose I'm a bit stubborn in a way, in that I will, if I have an injury or if I think there's a barrier in front of me, I'll almost say to myself and convince myself that no, this isn't a barrier, I'll get over this easy. And it was the same with this. When I first got this at the start of the year, I just said to myself, no, there's no way this will stop me. I'm going too well. I'm the fittest, fastest, strongest, most skillful I'd ever been, and I was just trying to stay really positive about everything. So I kind of ploughed on, and then during the process of ploughing on, I was making things worse. I suppose I'm playing with my father's club this year, and I'm part of a new team, part of a new setup. And with that whole process, you're meeting new people and you're trying to impress, and you want to contribute to a team. It would be a lot easier for me to, say, if I'd stayed with Ó'Móráin, my local club here, the club I've been with for years, it would have been easier to turn around and say to them, listen guys, I'm out for the season, or I can't play for the next couple of months, I need to look after this injury. Whereas with the park, I am travelling up to Mayo, and I want to make my time worthwhile. That journey up to Mayo from Limerick, I want to make that worthwhile. But what was happening was I was turning up there and I physically wasn't able to play initially. I eventually got myself back to a point where I was able to play, but I was in a lot of pain whenever I had to bend over to try and pick up a ball. I literally wasn't able to pick up a ball for a lot of games. So I was kind of like, I put a lot of pressure on myself, and I accept that. It's who I am basically. So or it's a part of that, not exactly who I am, but it's a part of who I am. So, and that's fine, I'm absolutely comfortable with that, I'll always be that way. But I suppose it was more difficult for me to turn around and say no. I still, looking back on it, that's just me, like, that's my nature, and there's no one to blame for that. Like, I'm not to blame for it either, because if I didn't have that as part of my personality, I wouldn't be able to do a whole pile of other things. I wouldn't have the motivation to do a whole pile of other things. So at the moment, I'm rehabbing a bulging disc. There's basically a little bit of a pinch on the nerve on the right hand side at L5-S1 and at L4-L5, and that's where I'm getting the pain down the back of my leg and some pain at the front of my leg. At the moment, I have done some rehab, but the rehab is causing discomfort, and as a result, I'm not able to, do something the next day. I'm not able to do kind of more aggressive rehab or more actual, aggressive running. Things like lunges are something that I can push hard on, and I don't have massive discomfort because I've very little lumbar flexion and hip flexion. It's that lumbar flexion and deep hip flexion that really catch me. So over the next couple of weeks, I have got 5 weeks to get ready for championship. We've got 2 championship matches. We have to win them. We lost our first one. I was injured for the first one with this back issue, but I have got to get ready for those. So that is my goal right now for the next 5 weeks. That's a quick update on my back. It's like 10 to 12, I think, at the moment. I've had an absolutely mental day. So what I'm actually going to do is I'm going to leave this video now. This video is just over 5 minutes. I'm going to leave this video now. I'm going to upload this video. Tomorrow I'm going to record another video which is going to be basically the workout that I do out here, and I talk through what has gone on for the last couple of weeks and kind of a bit of an up-to-date on it. Now, what I'm actually going to do in the next video is kind of introduce a bunch of different things. Even today, I could do an entire video on what happened today, but I want to just introduce a bunch of things, a bunch of storylines, and just give you an idea of what's happening. And then I'll go into more detail as the kind of next couple of weeks pan out. Thank you so much for watching this video. This exercise that I'm doing, I'm just getting into spinal extension. Alright, this gives me relief, and it kind of dulls the pain down for me. That allows me to train. And I try and keep myself in spinal extension. So as an example, whenever I sit, I try and sit up and nice and tall. Or if I sit, you can't really see it there, but I'll raise the bed. If I sit on a chair, I try to kind of sit on the edge of it like this. I just kind of sit one leg on the chair and have the other leg straight and have the knee on the floor. Or I'll actually just even kneel on the chair rather than actually sitting on it. I'll actually just stick my knee in the chair and I kind of like kneel up on the chair. So yeah, I'm trying to avoid sitting as much as I can, trying to stay in lumbar extension, try not to flex too much. Doing a lot of spine rotation as well when I'm lying on the floor. But you know, that's kind of essentially how I'm managing the injury. I'm just trying to work my training around that, and hopefully, fingers crossed, come championship, I'm able to bend over and pick up a ball off the ground, because if I can't, I don't know if I'll be able to play. But yeah, see you in the next video. Thanks for watching. Slán.